Hello, everyone, and welcome to Victoria's Prehistoric Cantina. Today, we're having a look at the new for 2016 Papo Running T-Rex repaint. This is the third version of this running T-Rex in different color schemes, and this is the brand new latest one and one that I've really been looking forward to, and I'll show you why in just a little bit. But let me go ahead and get him out of his plastic wrapping, and we'll take a closer look and see what he's like. So as you can see, the T-Rex comes with the same plastic insert that the green running version had in order to prevent it from warping. You also get the typical Papo tags. There's one here at its front limb, and then you also get one here at the back wrapped around his hind leg. And with the tags removed, you can certainly see that this is a very nice looking piece. Lots of great sculpted detail that went into creating this dinosaur. Now, this is one that has received quite a few complaints for just being a little bit too lanky, arms being a little too long, legs being a little too long, and just looking a little bit famished. He looks a little bit skinny. But it's still an impressive looking thing and clearly takes inspiration from both the Jurassic Park T-Rex as well as the V-Rex from the 2005 King Kong. I'm not sure whether this T-Rex is walking or running. I guess it could go either way. He kind of looks a little bit relaxed. I'm going to say that he's walking, even though this is normally referred to as the running T-Rex. And again, this is a brand new paint scheme. This is actually the third iteration of this T-Rex in different colors. The first one was a brown version that's pretty much the rarest Papo item, I believe. Then they released the green version, which we have reviewed previously. The coloring on this one is actually based on the standing T-Rex repaint that we received last year. We'll do a comparison in just a little bit. So as you can see, he's quite purpley, and I like that because it's creative. I mean, dinosaurs could have been all sorts of colors under the rainbow, and they're oftentimes depicted as just being like a drab brown or a drab green. And I really like when companies are a little more adventurous. And just looking at the head here, you can see that it looks really magnificent. There's a lot of sculpted detail that went into creating this. The eyes are a very nice orange, and you just got a little black dot for the pupil. I think it looks terrific, and you really can see all the scales and little sculpted details there. His pearly white teeth, which may be a little bit too white, but hey, it looks good. I mean, just from all angles, this really does look quite nice. It just looks menacing. Even in the purple color scheme, I just think it looks very, very menacing, and it's fantastic. I mean, just look at that. Very nice portrait there. Underside of the jaw and the neck, you can see that they did blend some coloring, so it's not just white. It's white here at the front, but then you get more of this sort of it's like a mauve sort of color, maybe like a reddish brown kind of thing. And then the purple, of course, you know, it's a dark purple up top, but then it kind of fades into a lighter purple, darker purple around the eyes. And as was the case before, you can in fact open the jaw, just pull it open like that. You can see all of his gnarly teeth. I really think that this guy should see a dentist. And again, they're very bright white. It looks like he's been using his whitening gel. And the inside of the mouth has some pretty good detail in there. You can see on the roof of the mouth, looks great. The tongue, I really like how it's in this arched position. It just gives more character to the dinosaur, and I think it looks very nice. It does look a little bit slicked in there, but not as much as we've seen with other models. It could have been a little bit glossier just to make it look a little more naturalistic, but it doesn't quite look as much as we've seen before. Nonetheless, it still looks really good, and again, very menacing of a T-Rex. Rest of the body has very nice sculpt work to it. You can see here in the neck, lots of nice folds there in the skin. You can see all of the scales on its body, and it just looks really good. It's got like a really prominent ridge here on its back, and that's very interesting. I don't know how accurate that may or may not be, but it looks nice nonetheless. You can see the outlining there of the ribs, and again, he does look a little bit on the skinny side. That's been one of the big criticisms about this particular sculpt. It just looks a little bit famished, but I think it still looks pretty good. It's very nice and detailed. You can't dispute that. The arms, the hands, you can see the claws there. Nice details on there. The legs look nice and strong, good musculature there, and it definitely looks like he can probably go pretty fast if he really needs to, but really nice detail there. As you can see with the coloring, they basically did, you know, the purple, but then it's got like more of this amber sort of color along the sides, and you get the purple stripe that runs alongside His body, I think, looks really nice. But look at the legs. There's also some horizontal striping on them right here in the thigh area. And that just looks really cool. That's a really nice extra little detail they really didn't need to do, but they did, and it looks great. The legs, you can see toward the bottom of the feet that they do turn a little bit darker. It's kind of more of like a darker shade of blue. And I think that it looks really, really good. And you can see the striping on the other leg right there. And as you move along down the tail, you still see a lot of nice sculpted detail on there. And the coloring kind of fades a little bit. Once you get past like the midpoint of the tail, you don't see quite as much in the way of color. It just kind of turns like purple on top and then this more bluish gray color on the bottom. Very nice nonetheless. You can see a very nice series of veins right here in the tail. It's a very nice touch. There's also a few spots here on the top of the back that you can see, like these little orange spots. Another very nice touch. Now I'll go ahead and bring in the green T-Rex that we previously reviewed. This was one of the very first Papo dinosaurs I ever reviewed here on the channel, and it's not one of my favorite ones. It looks good. The quality is just the same as the newer version over here on the left, but I've just never been all that fond of the color scheme, not to mention the fact that it's pretty hard to stand. I have to keep it in the plastic tray insert, otherwise it falls over. This newer version, on the other hand, it's more vibrant, it's more catchy, and I really like what Papo did here. I really think that the coloration works a little bit better, for me anyway, on the 2016 release. Now, I mentioned earlier how the new 2016 running T-Rex repaint is based on the color scheme that the 2015 limited release T-Rex had. And at the time, that was a brand new paint scheme. As you can see, that is totally the case. They have the exact same coloration going on, though it is implemented a little bit differently between the two dinosaurs. For example, on the running T-Rex, you can see that the purple stripe running alongside its body is blended a little bit more than it is on the upright T-Rex. And the horizontal gray stripes on its thigh are done in a very similar fashion. I can't really say that one is better than the other, it's just different. I really do like how Papo has been consistent with these, keeping the paint scheme the same, and I really hope that they do a baby T-Rex in this same color scheme, because we already have the brown baby T-Rex, we have the green baby T-Rex. All we need is the baby T-Rex in this color scheme here to create a nice little family unit. So I really hope that they do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Papo 2016 running T-Rex repaint. All in all, I think it looks very, very nice. It's certainly my preferred version between this one and the green version that was released previously. I really like the colors. I know that some people aren't going to really like that it's more vibrant and more colorful. Me, on the other hand, I really do appreciate that. As with before, the sculpted detail here is very nicely done. It's on par with anything that Papo does. And the same is true for the coloration. It's blended very nicely and implemented very well along the entirety of the dinosaur. If you already have the previously released versions, then you really don't need to get this one as well. Though again, I like it better. And now that I have it, this is definitely the one that I will be putting on display, because I just think that it's very, very nicely done. I love the color scheme, love the purple, love the orange. It's just a very creative color scheme and very nicely put together by Papo. Alright, my friends, if you've enjoyed this video, then I do encourage you to please like and subscribe. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, and as always, I want to thank you for watching Victoria's Cantina. Stay tuned, because there's more Papo dinosaurs on the way.